We are going to study the bars with the difference. As you have studied in lower classes, that is in class 7th, bar graph and all you have studied. Now this is also a type of bar graph only, but there is a difference compared to that bar graph what you studied. So here, let us take a grouped frequency distribution. This is an example for a grouped frequency distribution table. We are going to represent this data using bars only, rectangular bars. So look at this diagram, I will show you where we are represented. This is the bars we represented using that grouped frequency distribution table. So 0 to 10. So what is the class interval? Look at this 0 to 10, data 2 units. So therefore the height is 2. So then again 10 to 20, data is 10 to 20, you have 10. So therefore it is 10. So then again 20 to 30. So it is 21, 20 to 30 it is 21, so just above 20. So then 30 to 40 it is 19. So we have shown this is just above 18, below 20. So then again next one 30 to 40, over 40 to 50 it is 7, 40 to 50 it is 7, so just below 8. So then next one 50 to 60 it is 1, so there we have shown it is here like this. And what is the difference you are observing? So here we don't give any gap between the bars, the rectangular bars, so it is not having any gap between them, and the width is same everywhere. We have followed the same width, but height depends on the frequency of the class interval. You have to see this, height depends on this frequency of this class intervals. So what is the difference that you are finding there? There is no gap between the bars. So you don't find any gap between the bars. First important difference that you are seeing there. So then height of the bar represents the frequency. The height depends on the frequency. If the frequency is more, height is more. If frequency is less, height is less. Then this bar graph is called as histogram. We call that as histogram. This one is called as histogram. Very important thing, along x-axis we take the class intervals, along y-axis we take frequency. Horizontal line, class interval, vertical line, frequency. So class interval, this is along horizontal line. The second column along vertical line. This is along x-axis, this is along y-axis. As I said, there is no important thing you should identify the difference between the bar graph and this one, histogram. We call this as histogram. So you remember this histogram. So there is no gap between the bars. So and we are taking class intervals along horizontal line. So this is the definition you can write for the histogram. Histogram is a type of bar diagram only, where the class intervals are shown on the horizontal axis. On the horizontal axis we take the class intervals, and the heights of the bar shows the frequency of the class interval. The heights so shows the frequency of the class interval. And another very important difference, there is no gap between the bars. So we don't find any gap. So because why there is no gap? Because there is no gap in the class intervals. You can see the class intervals. You don't find any gap here. 0 to 10, 10 to 20, 20 to 30. It is a continuous. So there is no gap between the class intervals. So therefore there is no gap between the bars. You understood what is the definition and meaning of histogram, and what is the difference? What is the difference between histogram and bar graph? Bar graph also looks almost the same. Only difference, there will be a gap between the bars, but here you don't find the gap. Why you don't find the gap? Because the class intervals are taken along x-axis as it is continuous. 0 to 10, 0 to 10, 10 to 20, 20 to 30, 30 to 40, like that we have taken. This is along y-axis, we have taken as equal 1 unit is equal to 2. 1 unit length is equal to 2 students we have taken. 2, 4, 6, 8, like that we have taken, and we have represented this. This is the diagram showing the histogram. Okay, now look at this diagram. This is also a histogram only. One thing you have to observe, along the vertical line we have taken the number of teachers and their ages we have taken. Teachers and their ages. Ages are, look at this, 20 to 25 years range. We have 4 teachers. 25 to 30 years of age, we have 5 teachers. 30 to 35 years of age, we have 6 teachers. 35 to 40 years of age, we have again 4 teachers. Then 40 to 45 teachers, 40 to 45 years age, only 2 teachers. Then above 45 to 50, we have 5 teachers. So this is the data we represented in the form of histogram. And look at this. Here is a jagged line, broken line you are seeing. Broken line represents there is no gap. We are not considered the number 0 to 10. So 0 to 20, sorry. It starts from 20, 25, 30, 35. So between 0 to 20 we have not included here. That broken line represents. So this is the symbol that we use to show the broken line, because we are, one second, we are not considering the numbers from 0 to 20. Okay, tell me. Now.
Sir, we can't see that, sir, upper side of the board, sir.
Is it? 1 second.
Yes, sir.
I think now it is clearly visible to all of you. So what is that symbol represent? This is a broken line or a jagged line. This, okay. So that is the symbol we are using here. Why we are using that one? Because between 0 to 20 we have not considered the numbers. So it is not required here. So all the ages starts from 20 to 25. So between 0 to 20 we don't have any teachers. Therefore this broken line shows that we are not considering that particular age group here, because we don't find any teachers there of that age group. So it starts from 20 only. 20 to 25, 25 to 30, 30 to 35. So therefore this is the graph. So only difference between the previous one and this one, we have used here as jagged line or a broken line. We call it as a broken line or jagged line. So now let us go to that exercise 5.1 now. First question. Look at this, all of you. Try to understand this. For which of the following, for which of these would you use histogram to show the data? For which one you use the histogram, that you have to identify. There is a difference between histogram and bar graph. Okay. So along x-axis we are going to take bar graph. What you are taking? So along x-axis subject mentioning the subjects, or mentioning the companies, all these things we are going to include for individual data. But here we are going to take the class intervals along the horizontal line. Now for which one we are going to use the histogram here? Some examples are here. First one, the number of letters for different number of letters, not alphabetical letters, postcard letters for different areas in a postman's bag. Postman bag.
We use bar graph.
This one.
Sir, we do not use histogram.
Yes. This is not used for the histogram because different areas. For example, Navodaya. So we say Navodaya, how many letters? Another one, Tumkur. How many letters to Tumkur? Or Golladli. How many letters to Golladli? Like that. So we use names there. So we don't use the class intervals along the horizontal line. So this is not for the histogram. We don't use this histogram for this one. We use only bar graph. Come to the second one. The height of competitors in an athletic meet. Height. Yes. We use here. For example, so 2 feet to 3 feet, 3 to 4 feet, 4 to 5 feet, 5 to 6 feet. Like that we can use along the horizontal axis. The heights can be classified as, can be grouped. See, 2 to 3 feet one group, 3 to 4 feet one group. You can group there, make a class intervals. So therefore it is possible to group the data here. 2 to 3 years one group, 3 to 4 years another group, 4 to 5 years another group. So grouping is possible. You can form the class intervals. Therefore this is possible here. Now let us come to this another one. The number of cassettes produced by 5 companies. Here only 5 companies.
Sir, not that we cannot use
company A, company A, company B, company C, company D, company E. For company A, how many cassettes they produce? So it is coming for individual company. So we are not able to group this. It is not possible to group this data. Companies cannot be grouped here. So therefore we are taking a bar graph. For every company we are representing one rectangular bar here. So therefore this is not represented using histogram. We use only bar graph to this third one. Come to this another one, fourth one. So you can, fourth example question. The number of passengers boarding train from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. at a station Is it possible to group this? 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. See, 7 to 8, 8 to 9, 9 to 10, 10 to 11. Like that, time can be grouped here. 7 to 8, how many passengers boarded? So 8 to 9, how many? 9 to 10. So up to 7 p.m. Okay, up to 7 p.m. This is a.m. Then finally p.m. So up to 7 p.m. So we can classify, we can group the data. Grouping is possible. You can make the class intervals. So you can represent in the form of class intervals along the horizontal axis. So this can be represented using the histogram. This is possible to represent the data using histogram. So this is the first question. I think you have understood, all of you understood this?
Sir, can you show last slide?
So last slide you can see here once again. This example, example 1. Letters to different areas. Areas means different villages. Village A, village B, village C. So you cannot make the groups. Therefore this is bar graph. The height of a commutator is in an athletic meet. So here height can be classified. 3 feet to 4 feet one group, 4 feet to 5 feet another group, 5 feet to 6 feet another group, 6 feet to 7 feet another group. So here data can be grouped here. So this can be represented using histogram. The third one, the number of cassettes produced by 5 companies. 5 companies means company A, company B, C, D, E. So for every company you can represent using a bar. You cannot group here. So therefore, grouping is not possible here. So each company can be represented as one bar. So it is for bar graph. I think, is it over? Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So only two option, this one, second one and fourth one can be represented using histogram. So now let us go to the second question now. Tell me.
Sir, they also asked the reasons for each of these, sir.
Reason you cannot classify. So this one, the reason, what is the reason? It cannot be grouped or it cannot be made, you cannot make as a class intervals here. So this is not possible to group. The villages cannot be grouped here. So therefore, so this is grouping is possible. You can say that. So it can be grouped here. The height of the commutators can be grouped here, or you can make the class intervals. Is it clear? The data can be grouped here, or otherwise you can make the class intervals using this. That is the reason. I think all of you understood this. So in second and fourth, data can be
Grouped into class intervals.
grouped as class intervals or into class intervals. Where you can make the class intervals, there only it is possible to represent the data in the form of bar graph, histogram. Now look at this question 2, question number 2. The shoppers who come to departmental store are marked as man with the symbol M, woman with the symbol W, boy with the symbol B, and a girl with the G. So man M, woman W, boy B, and a girl G. The following list gives the shoppers who came during the first hour in the morning. See, in the morning, these many shoppers visited the departmental store to buy things. So, woman, 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 girl, boy, woman, woman, man, girl, girl, man, man, woman, 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 like that. The data is given here. So now, this data we have to represent. So the data is given. What you have to do? Make a frequency distribution table using tally mass. Draw a bar graph to illustrate it. So you have to make the frequency distribution table here. First one, visitors. So you can make first one for the visitors. Then second one in the second column. tally mark, then in the last one frequency. So let us make a table. So first one here, man, woman, boy, girl. So now you have to make a tally mark here. So I think I will encircle here WW1 group. I will make, see, WW 2 lines. Let me draw this one. Then one more W, 3 lines. Then afterwards GBW. So GBW. So then again WMG. See, after fourth one, fifth one you should cross it. Fifth one. So next GMM. Then 4W. 4W. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then GBM. So then afterwards WBG. See, after fourth one, fifth one you have to cross. Then GMW. Then WMM. Then WWW 3 times. 1, 2, 3. Then M. Again W. Then BWG. BWG. Then next one MWW. 1M. 4W. 1, 2, 3, fourth one. Sorry. Fourth one. So then GWM. Then MWW. Then MWG. Then W once again. Then MGW. So MGW. Then MMB. Then GGW. See, circling only to avoid mistake, that's all. There is no reason you have to circle here. So only thing, you should not take the same number again and again, same letter again and again. So for that purpose I am doing like that, that's all. So now after this is the tally mark that is over. Now count down, easily you can tell. So how many actually men visited?
Sir, 15.
15. Frequency is 15. Woman?
Sir, 28. Sir, 28.
28. Right. 28. Then boy?
Sir, 5.
Boys 5. Girls?
Sir, 12.
12.
Sir, 12.
So this is the data. You can make analysis. Who are visiting more to a departmental store? Women. And the same thing you can represent this using a bar graph. They asked us to represent the same thing using a bar graph. So let us draw the diagram to show the bar graph here. So you can draw one horizontal line and a vertical line. See now like this. I am going to take one horizontal line. Similarly, a vertical line like this to represent in the form of a bar graph. Horizontal. This is horizontal and this is vertical. So now, let us mark the points at equal distances. So you have to mark it at equal distances. You can take 1 centimeter. So it will be neat. Using scale You do it. If you do it without scale, it will not be accurate or not be nice to see. Okay. So now using this, so let us show this one now. So along x-axis what you have to take, along y-axis what you have to take, see this one, along the vertical line you have to take, so visitors, who are the people? Number of visitors. The number of visitors. So you have to take the scale here. See, the lowest one is 5, the highest is 28. So what you can take? You can take 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35 like that. You can take the data. So let me use a different color here. Okay, then here this is 20, 25, 30. Now along the horizontal line, look at this, what is that we have to take here? So here, first one for man graph, let us use this one. First one here we are having man. For man, how much we have to go? 15. So okay, 15 we have to draw the bar graph up to 15. Bar graph means you should leave a gap between every bar. This is for man. So man, how many men are visiting? It is 15. Then 28 for women, 28, 25. See, approximately here I will take years almost here, approximately. So using scale you can take exact data. So this is women, those who are visiting the departmental store. This is 28, this is 15. You can write the number if it is confusing. Then 5 boys. So then boys only 5. This represents the boys. The last one girls 12, just about 10. This represents girls. This is 12. This is 5. So this is the bar graph. Okay. You can write, you can shade if you necessary, you can shade this one. Bar graph of that data. So every data, see there is a gap between the bars, rectangular bars. The height represents the frequency of the data. How many men visited, how many women, how many boys visited, how many girls visited. This height will give the, see by looking the diagram we can easily understand. So the more number of visitors are women, the least number of visitors are only boys. So that is the analysis you can make using this bar graph. One more question, same way, the weekly wages of 30 workers in a factory are shown like this. Say 830, 835, this is the weekly wage. So the amount that is given in rupees for 30 workers is given here. So now you are to, using tally marks, make the frequency distribution table with the intervals as 800, 810, 820, 810 to 820 like that. You have to make the class intervals here. So classification grouping is possible. So let us write the class intervals here. Class intervals. Then here tally mark. Tally mark. Then there at the end frequency. So you can make a table like this. So here, so let us classify this data. That is, first frequency the lowest maybe 800. So 810 first class interval. Then 810 to 820. Then 820 to 830. So 830 to 840. So 840 to 850. 850 to 860. 860 to 870. So I think 890 is also there. Highest 898 also there. So then we have to take a little more. So 872, 880, 880, then 882, 890. So 892, then 900. So this is, you can write here 900. So then, so let us make the tally mark here. First one. So 830, 835. 830 will come here. 830 here, not here. 830 will come here. 835 also will be here only. So then, second one, 890, 810. 890, last group. 810, second group. So then 835, 835 this group. 836, again the same group. Then 869, 869 comes here. 869, 845, 845 in this group. So same way. So now 898. So 898 will come. So the last group. So then 890, 820, 890 here, 820 here. Then 860, 860 comes here. Then 832, 832 will be in this group. 833, same group. So then 855, 55 this group. So 845, this group. Then same way, 804. So 804 will come here, first group. So then 808. So 808, same group. So then 812, 812 second group. So 840, 840 this group. 885, 885 this one. So then 835, 835 this group. Okay. Then again 835, same group. 836, same group. So then 878, 878 this group. So then 840, 840 this group. So then 868, 868 this group. So 890, 890 the last group. Okay. Then 806, 806 the first group. So 840, 840 this one, fifth one. So that's all. Now you completed this tally mark. So now look at this. 3, 2, 1, 9, 5, 1, 3, 1, 1, 4. So this is the frequency distribution table. Okay. So that much only. Using tally marks we have made the frequency distribution table.